I'm going inside.
From the heart of Raider Nation, where loyalty runs deep, the silver and black never fade, and every first down brings us closer to victory. It's time to talk Raiders. The triumphs, the heartbreaks, the biggest plays, and the hottest takes. Featuring your host, 401 Raider Jeff! And his co-host, Raiders First Downs! Two voices, one nation, all Raiders. Welcome to the show! This is Raider Nation Voices.
Court is now in session. Tonight, the Las Vegas Raiders stand accused of abandoning of the field. The charges: no pressure, no stops, and no answers. 401 Raider Jeff and I will be listening to the evidence as presented, and we will decide whether we defend the accused or send him to the gulag, courtesy of wasted talent. But the final verdict belongs to you guys out there, Raider Nation. Was it the players? Was it the coaches? The scheme? Or does the blame go all the way around to the top? I don't want to hear no excuses that it was just preseason. I get it. I understand. That comes down to scheme and roster allocation. But when it comes down to attitude and the wherewithal and where we are at as a team, I would expect a little bit more than what we saw the other night. It's not hard. Just have a little attitude. But court is now in session. If you got a take, dial the number 401-830-9189. Come into the courtroom. State your case. No excuses, no hiding. Tonight we name the names, and it's now the Raider Nation Tribunal. Now introducing Your Honor, the great Judge 401 Raider Jeff. Salute, Judge.
I'm going to put my wig on. Do we have to wear the powdered wig tonight? In the dressing room. Sorry.
No, I figured you'd be good for the judge since you kind of got that old school English accent going. So.
So what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. So, haven't seen what we saw the other night versus the Arizona Cardinals. What's your overall take? Just give me your overall take, and then we'll break it down from there.
Overall take, a lot of improvement needs to be done, obviously. It is the first preseason game, so I know a lot of people are reaching for the panic button already, but I'm not yet. I'm really not. It's got to give us some time here. You know, like I said yesterday, it's our first preseason game. Arizona's already played in one, you know, so they knocked some of the rust off already before we even played last night. So they had a one game up on us, already playing in an NFL situation, you know, game time. So I expect this game against Houston coming up, because now we've got game film, actual in-game film for the coaches to study, see where things went wrong, you know, correct the mistakes, especially the penalties. That's probably the thing that bothered me the most. 7 penalties in the first half. That's insane.
Yeah.
You know, so I would think it was 8 penalties in total for the entire game, 75 yards. You can't do that. So it's the stupid mistakes that were happening out there.
Nah.
So I'm good right now. I saw some good out there with some of our players, especially some of our younger guys. And I saw some veterans kind of, you know. But overall, I would probably give this like maybe a C- rating, to be honest with you, for what was out there. But we'll have to wait and see what happens this week. But hopefully they should get their shit together. Coaches come around and, you know, fix what needs to be fixed. You know, fix what's broken.
Yeah. I'm right there with you with the C-, C- as an overall grade. I can give the offense a B+, maybe. And mostly because you can kind of see there is an identity on that side of the ball now. There is a true identity, especially in the middle of the field. We talked about this way back before we signed him. Now then, when we signed him, and I preached this before, where the key component of leadership and execution of where it's going to come from, it's going to come from the middle of the field, and that's Mr. Linderbaum. You absolutely can see the difference of just getting him in the middle of that field, and it was impressive. More to come from them, obviously. That's a very vanilla type of we did run some basic concepts out of it, but very vanilla. I mean, obviously we're not going to show our hand to everybody in the first preseason, but we still can kind of get the idea of it's going to be a mix of under center and shotgun. It's not going to be consistent. I like how they utilize the motion specifically to unclog that man coverage to see, because sometimes you send a guy in motion and they'll stay pat in their what they're showing, and then if you bring them back, now it's all of a sudden okay, now they're going to unlock from it and show you more if they're going to run a cover two shell, or if they're going to run man to man over the top.
Yeah.
The good thing about that is when we flip over to the other side of the ball and the defense. And my biggest takeaway from the defense is attitude. The attitude and identity. And yeah, I know it's preseason, but we always hear this, hey, we get to hit somebody new, or we're going up against a new team. Now we can really hit somebody new and show who we are. And it's not about, running zone dog blitzes or, doing all these different configurations of formation on the defensive side of the ball. It's just merely go out there, line up, smash the dude that's in front of you, and make a play. Get off blocks.
Yeah.
Get off blocks. Now, our two middle linebackers, you kind of got a little taste of what they're capable of doing. No problems with them whatsoever. In fact, I'm 100% happy with that little sample that we got of them. That was fine. But the only thing is, and it reared its ugly head, is no stops, no pressures, didn't get off the field. Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew, 15 of 15 for 123 yards and 3 touchdowns. And basically Arizona had the ball almost the entire first half and did what they want, when they want, how they wanted to do it. And that's where the attitude comes in. You stop that. If you're going to be that upper echelon defense that everybody seems to think the Raiders are going to turn it around on that side of the ball quick, that right there was not a display of it.
No. And
you're absolutely right with your opening. It's just preseason. We got to wait to see what comes further. But before we get going any farther, you want to do a roll call with us and
yeah. So let's check in. Let's see who's here with us. We got Raider Ryan stopping in. What's up, Raider Ryan? Jack Kennedy.
Uh-oh.
Alex is here.
Salute, Alex.
Who else we got here?
Bring your A game, Alex.
Jack Kennedy says, Charles Grant looked awesome. My question would be, why not try him as a backup at left guard? The preseason had Mafia, who won't even make the team. Mafia is actually the backup for JPJ right now, so he's going to make this team. He's actually impressed the coaches in training camp from what I heard and what I saw. Let's see what's here. Mike Guerrero's here. What's going on?
What's up, Guerrero?
Navman's here with us tonight. What's up, Nav?
Salute. Good job last night, man.
Brandon Sipple's here. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
Frank Weber's in the house. I was disappointed with the lack of basic fundamentals from veteran players that should know better. Yeah, you definitely saw. That's why I said there were some veterans that kind of.
Can I give kudos real quick while Frank Weber's got a good point here?
Yeah,
I am going to give kudos to a veteran of. You didn't really see anything on the stat sheet, but he was popping on the video. Was Malcolm Coates? He was showing up in the backfield.
Yeah, he did.
So, kudos to him.
Yeah, because he stepped in the number 1 spot where Max would have played because Max was dressed but never played in the entire game.
No.
Next Effect is here with us.
What's up, Next Effect?
Who else? Emmanuel's here. What's up? Tanner Jackson in the house. What's up, Tanner?
What's up, Tanner Jack?
Yeah, I mean, Mendoza looked good for what was asked of him for sure. I mean, I'm sure they're going to still, coach him up a little bit based on there had to be stuff that they saw that he wasn't doing right. Somebody mentioned that he seemed a little flat-footed, but very, very light pressure on Rob Leonard. But another bad performance defensively, and now I'm worried. Will's in the house. Silver and Black Radio podcast. What's going on?
Yeah, he likes to throw some names out there. Call me names.
Yeah, he does. Called you Festa.
Yeah,
Ardell's in the house. See, and that's how I feel, Ardell. This is still a building year. Anybody that's expecting us to run a ridiculous win-loss tally is insane.
Yep.
Coach is in the house. What's up, Coach? I have to turn the game off, so I missed CN Sloan. He actually did pretty good. He had some good plays in there. After the draft, I was actually saying that I liked Xavier Sorey more than Crawford. I bet he is even better. Crawford better step up. Yeah, he had
Crawford wasn't bad for his first NFL reps, live reps.
I've heard mixed.
He wasn't bad.
Yeah, I've heard some say he wasn't. I've heard some say he was horrible. It's kind of like what the flavor of the moment is. It seems like how people take.
There's extreme expectations with him at where he's drafted. So,
not a bot's here. What's going on, man? No, Ardell's talking with Nav man here. Nav, Gannon greater than Kai. You were robbed. Edgar Sosa's in the house.
What's up, Edgar?
Mendoza with the ones would be a different machine than the twos, but he did do great.
Yeah. Hey, here's some. This is a heart emoji right here. It's better than a heart emoji.
Bueno's in the house. I'm here to make fun of not Bueno and chew bubble gum and all out of bubble gum. That's the same line you used the other night.
Damn.
You need a new one.
Yeah. Look like somebody's on their A game tonight.
What's up, Raider Ben? Raider Ben's in the house. What's going on, man?
What's up, Raider Ben?
Yeah, he had a nice sack too. Is it Sloan? Sloan? How do you say his name?
Sloan. Yeah. CN Sloan. Yeah, his sack. You know what's funny is his sack kind of reminded me of one of Max's first sacks when he first came into the league. He had that flying Dutchman wing thing jumping on him. It's like, and he's kind of a little bit shorter than what Max is, but if you look at his body type, it's exactly the way Max looked when he first started. Mm-hmm. It's like he's a little bit on the light side, but a couple bean burritos and some carne asada and hanging out with Deuce Gruden, he'll get bigger.
Let's see. Coach says, well, Crawford needs to make the plays that Sloan was making. Anything short of that, and I don't care. I mean, you're not wrong.
Nope, not wrong.
Buckles. That fucking video was hilarious last night. Q's in the house. Up, fellas. I'm here for all the Ty Simpson smoke, and it's still Raider Nation for life. Hey, yo, Anthony's here. What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony?
Hit everybody.
I think we pretty much got them all. Oh, nope. The King is in the house.
Yeah, Saturday morning inspection said he looks like a mini Max.
Arnie Garza. Arnie Garza's in the house, Jeff.
What's up, Arnie?
Been seeing him tearing it up on other people's shows as well. So, guy's pretty good.
All right, that's everybody. So,
yeah,
that's everybody that's here so far that's checked in. So, again, I appreciate everybody being in here with us tonight. It's Saturday night. It's 10 o'clock. It's actually almost 10:30 here on the East Coast. So, thank you all for being here. Oh, Severe just popped in.
What's up, Severe?
Say, what's up, Severe? Based on the 16 throws I saw Fernando attempt, I'm convinced that he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He'll get in before Bill Belichick.
You know what that deserves? That deserves this, Severe.
Yeah.
I downloaded that little opening thing.
Somebody's going to get held in contempt already.
Uh,
I don't think he really cares. He'll still let it blow.
oh, in our most notorious chat, Nate's been ripping on Mendoza the whole time. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fine.
Still doesn't like him.
I
So.
yeah,
To each his own,
and-
I guess.
yeah. There'll be a common point in time where you're just going to have to go, yeah, he sucks, or you know what, probably going to have to or you could just say, you know what, I don't care how good he is, I don't like him. And if that's the case, that's fine. Just stick to it. I don't care. I don't really care. It just doesn't matter to me.
So Arnie's already got a question for you, Jason. Overreaction Saturday. How worried are you about our defense and our offense?
The biggest thing with the defense was the attitude, man. That's the biggest thing, and it don't matter whether it's preseason or not. You talk about, oh, we're so excited we get to hit somebody else, and then you do that. I mean, it's like, no, that anytime those two yahoos playing quarterback for Arizona do what they did, whether it's preseason, pickleball, I don't give a shit. That should never happen, and it did. So
I'm more worried about the secondary on the defensive side. Although I didn't see a ton of penetration from the front line. I mean, I definitely the first team defense definitely kind of did their job, kind of containing Jeremiah Love a little bit. There's a couple of guys. I mean, Walker had some great stops with him on those runs up the middle. I mean, he sealed that up. Then there was one that Tyrion Johnson had where Love was broke off to the right side, and he had that. He held on to him. I mean, he could have broke for 6. That was a touchdown run all day long if you didn't contain him. Not so much contain him. He just kind of slowed him down enough till the cavalry came in and punched him to the ground. But
he was able to grab him and make man love to his leg long enough for the rest of the guys to get there.
It. Had he not got a hold of him and slowed him to the point of almost stopping until other players came in to assist, that was 6 points all day long. Because him in the open field going up against one of those D-backs out there or the safeties, forget it. He would have burned them. He would have burned them in a heartbeat. I can't. I'll tell you what. I'm impressed with Jeremiah Love. I saw some good things from that kid.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that does fantasy football, keep that guy in mind.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him for the rest of the preseason. I think he's going to have a good year. Not great, but I think he's out of a really good year. I think he could be better than Gentry's rookie year, to be honest with you. Gunsmoke. What's up, Gunsmoke? Rosetown.
Artie's got a good question.
Severe.
That's what I would say. He'll probably be going out. It ain't nobody gonna stop him. Just
What's up, Cool Kev? I see you, brother. Where was you said Arnie had a question?
Yeah, Arnie had a question.
Coach Gravy's there. What's up, Gravy?
What's up, Gravy?
Arnie, what is more of a factor playing vanilla schemes? Lack of talent or lack of experience for poor performance?
I'm not going to give any excuses. And as far as I'm concerned, the lack of schemes has nothing to do with what we saw the other night.
No. McCoy didn't look good. I mean, he got hit for 2 touchdowns. Same place, same exact spot in the end zone twice.
They look like instant replays is what they look like.
I honestly thought it was the same receiver, but it was a different receiver.
I thought I accidentally hit the rewind button on my remote. It was like, shit, what was that?
It was almost frame for frame, the same motion by the wide receiver, the exact same position. He was in the same position as he was on the first touchdown.
Yep.
And you're right. It looked like they just replayed it again. It's like, are they showing the first touchdown? Oh shit, no, that's a different guy.
That's a different receiver.
Yeah, I'm like, holy
same
crap.
results.
Great value. What's up, man? Who's plugging up the middle? Because Arizona exposed the middle was wanting.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't think Adam Butler played that great of a game either.
Nope.
To be honest with you,
Tonka Hemingway didn't. The only person on the interior line, and that wasn't until later on in late in the third quarter, was J.J. McGee made a couple good run stuffs. Other than that, you got to take it for what it's worth. I mean, or as Jack Kenna says, we should put him in at fullback.
Hey, it's an easy way to get beer from him. Just bet him that it'll, bet him a 6-pack or a couple of pitches, and it'll be good. Shout out to Severe with the laughing disco ball. 250 joules. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. It's something new. If you go through your phone, you can do joules instead of super chat. And super chat, so it still has that. Yeah, none of these younger kids, in my opinion, look that great out there. To be honest with you,
the only positive I saw at Amasis was the fact he wasn't afraid to come up and make tackles. He did that 3 times. He was coming up, but if you're relying on your slot corner or your cornerback, outside corner to make those tackles, there's already a problem. It's like, and it was like over and over and over again. Everything was. I mean, Jeremiah Love, he might as well give him a green dot and put him on defense. He was in the second level so much.
Let's see. Man, I want to see Morris Sloan. He has that same leg motor as Crosby. Can't make it up. Yeah, like I said, I thought he played extremely well for the time that he was out there. I mean, the kid made the best of it. Nah. Don't forget, this guy runs on Duncan.
Yeah. Well,
trying to get a sponsorship.
We're just glad you're running. I just want to see you run. Forget the Duncan.
Who, me? Oh, hell. I ain't running. You guys think Raiders make a pitch for Vita or make Leonard go back to the 4-3? I said that. Did I say that last night, or did I say it after the game? I think I said it last night. I'm not. Oh yeah, I did say it last night because the Vita Vea thing came up on my show as one of my news things because it's still out there. He's still not happy. They still haven't done anything with him. I said more than anything now, I think it's time for Spike to maybe make another offer to them and say, hey, what can we do? Because we need a guy like that to plug up the middle because our guys ain't getting it done. The lone bright spot on the defense, I thought, was, like you already mentioned, Kuntz and Walker and Dean, for the first stringers anyway. Again, Taron Johnson, I thought he played a pretty decent game. He made some good tackles. That stop on Love was a huge one. The rest of the secondary, they just, they looked invisible. They looked like they were out of position a lot of times. It just didn't look good. And I thought the defense was going to be better than our offense, to be honest with you, and it was complete reversal. The 2 touchdown series were both great drives. The one with Kirk Cousins and the one with Mendoza. That first drive was a thing of beauty. It was great.
Yeah.
And again, you had Bowers out there to start. I think he was out there for 2 plays at that, and then he was off the field for the rest of the night. Michael Mayer was out there the entire drive, was making plays, was being effective, and then he gets the touchdown. So I don't have a problem. The offensive line looked like they played decent. Genty was getting some runs in there. He was making some progress. Mike Washington, that, and this is the thing that we've missed lately too. And this is where somebody like Connor Hayward comes in and really helps this run game, because he laid a heck of a stop block at the start of that play. And then the 2 offensive linemen, the center and Buford, Linderbaum and Buford, they both sealed that inside hole, and he just broke it. He planted that foot, and that's what I like about Washington when I saw that play, especially in the replay. You see him playing his right foot, and he just makes the cut and he goes. Whereas Genty last year was making those little stop and then skip, jump, and then take off, But he planted his foot right by the left foot of Linderbaum, made that cut to the left, and he was gone. And the only reason he got caught by the defender was because they had the right angle on him. He had the right angle on him from the get-go. If he was off a little bit on that angle, I think he would have burned him for a touchdown.
It was a house call, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a house call. That was a beautiful run. I like what I saw. I'm confident in our running game right now, based on what I saw out of those two in this game. Even take away that long ass run, even if that was only for like about 10, 15 yards, that still was one hell of a play. The blocking was set up nice. Betch even had a nice block at the outside of that. So that was a well developed play. Like, I mean, it played out well, is what I mean.
Yeah.
The running game, I think we're going to see a big difference in it this year for sure.
Yeah.
Again, I like the starting five that was out there for the offensive line, other than JPJ's stupid penalty on the tripping. But I think that was when Mendoza was in there, because JPJ played, I think, the entire first half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or at least.
And then there was a play towards the end of that one of those drives where he dove on the pile and they didn't call it.
There were a few penalties that we didn't get called for. There were a few that Arizona pulled and they didn't call either.
Oh, that pass interference call?
Oh, my God. He had it by the front of the collar. I mean,
that's a felony in 49 states.
Right? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. That's a felony.
Yeah, I know, exactly. The offense looked way better. They looked more organized, especially the ones early on in the two stages. They looked organized. They looked like they knew what was going on out there. Mm-hmm. Secondary, man, they looked. That just did not look good. I mean, JPJ had his moments. It's still. I think he's still a work in progress this year. I think he's still got some sort of a hump to get over.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Dixon Cider? I see you, brother. What's going on, man?
What's up, Cider?
See, Jarrett. What's up, Jarrett? I see you, man. Because I was watching ESPN. I agree with them. Cardinals had Hall of Fame game. The scheme players got used to it. Raiders didn't see it coming. Exactly. I wanted to see. It's too bad that Carson Beck was banged up from the Hall of Fame game. I wanted to see him back out there because I thought he was going to be a challenge for our secondary. I wanted to see. Well, little did I know that Brissett and Minshew were going to look like Hall of Famers out there against this secondary. 15 for 15 until they threw their first incomplete.
Yeah, in the second or in the third quarter. The first.
Yeah, it wasn't until midway through the third quarter where they had their first incompletion.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. When the best tackler on your team was, Greedy Vance had a hell of a game. He was all over the place back there when he was out there. Jack saying J.J. Pegues did bust up the middle. I don't know did you see that?
I wouldn't say so much bust up the middle, but he was able to shed his block, reestablish the line of scrimmage, shed his block, make a tackle. I think he's the only one that actually made a tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I know Eichenberg had a chance to, and then it got drove back. Love still gained 2 or 3 yards. But, I mean, he met him in the hole, but he went for a ride.
I think that's the guy I was talking about, Patrick Johnson. Did anybody else see the report that he's injured now after this game? I saw something. I didn't know if it was true or not, and I never looked into it. And that was like a few hours ago I saw that. Coach says, Rob Leonard scares the fuck out of me because he was the guy who allowed Crosby to play undisciplined ball like that. Like, that's alarming.
And we've talked about that, too.
That was you that made that comment. Like, go ahead. Why don't you explain that, your take on it?
Yeah, so we've talked about that, like last year and the year before, specifically the last 2 years, where it seemed like Max was given free reign, as if though they, by letting him ad-lib and do his thing, was going to make things better. And in some cases, it made it worse because he would do this jump cut around into the B gap like he's going to anticipate it, and the ball, and there's no outside contain at all. So, I mean, your first priority is outside contain. When you're playing defensive end or outside linebacker, just keeping your outside shoulder free, and at least in the, when the run game is kicking in, But, yeah, he was like, and then, like, with this past week, it's like, I really don't think anything's changed. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think Kubiak will put up with this crap either.
I hope not.
If it's just a different shade of color from last year on the defensive side of the ball, I don't think he's going to put up with it. I really don't. So I hope somebody got their ass chewed Friday morning over that defensive performance.
I'm sure they did. I mean, I can't imagine that, there wasn't some sort of repercussions from how everybody played. Because it wasn't just – it was a lot of players that just did not look like – they looked like they were just so drained already. There was no fire anywhere. I just didn't see it. They just came out flat. Yeah, they scored a couple of touchdowns, but again, it's first string. Mendoza was out there with basically the twos and a few of the ones that were still out there. Mm-hmm. I think one of the guys that kind of surprised me, and I wasn't expecting that type of game, was Betch. Betch was a huge contributor in that game. Mm-hmm. He had some great catches. He was good on some of the blocks, especially that long one that Mike Washington broke. So it's funny to see how this second-year guy is making a name for himself now. Hopefully it keeps going for him because I'm rooting for the kid.
Yep.
But then you take somebody like Thornton who was banged up. So first of all, before the injury with Thornton, here's a guy that was trying to make his bones now as a special teamer. Now he's injured, doesn't play in this game. He's already in the doghouse because of, not even pretty much getting involved in the passing game. And now you're injured and you actually have no value to the team for this preseason game. I mean, the strikes are showing up against this kid. I am not going to be surprised if he's not on this roster. Mm-hmm. Well, what's your feeling on him?
Well, I kind of was thinking the same thing back during OTAs. I talked about it back during OTAs. Don't be surprised if he's not a cut candidate. I just don't see it in him. I mean, I hate to see it, but fourth rounders get cut all the time, so it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. But as far as Betch, him ever living up to a second round status, so to speak, okay. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But we saw glimpses of it last year with him in the real small micro portions that we saw, that when the ball did go to him, it seemed like he caught it and it was always a first down. And that's kind of what we saw this week with him as well. It was like he caught the ball and he got first downs. And it's like, if that could be his calling card in this offense, I'll take it. Because it's nice to have somebody like that. Because they're going to double on third and medium, third and long. They're going to double down on 89. That's just
they're crazy if they don't. Just real quick, shout out to Damon with the happy poop. Damon? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You got some happy poop.
Yeah. SoCal's in the house. What's up, SoCal? I see you, man. No Face is here. What's up, No Face? I saw on the Raiders website they signed a defensive tackle from Texas.
Was it McDonald?
No, it's the guy who should have grabbed.
Missed that one. That's gonna be what's interesting this week. Is we're gonna go to Houston and they're gonna Spytech and the boys are gonna get an up close and personal look at McDonald in practice and. I hope they go, you know what, we probably should just stick and pick from now on. Because every time we trade back, it seems to make it worse. So just stick and pick. I mean, I don't know.
One of the biggest losers on our roster was this guy right here. Tokyo Toe Matsuzawa. That kick off. I turned away for a split second to look back at because I was on live during the game, and I turned to look back at the screen to see the chat, and as I look back, all I see is the ball like this in the air. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I'm watching. I'm like, oh my god, that was a kickoff from. Oh my god, that was disgusting. I'm like, he's too much of a project. We don't have time for that. That put that kind of effort into a guy. Practice squad, international player or not. I'm sorry, that's a guy that's going to take some serious time
Well, as an IPP, though, he'll be at least a glorified water boy.
Not if we let him go, because we've got other guys. There's another guy somebody mentioned the other night that can be an IPP for us that's on this roster that's there now.
Oh really?
Yeah, I forget who the guy was. But either way, I don't. Why would we keep a roster spot for him? If that's the case, if Lucky Tassi were to get cut, I'd bring him back as the IPP. He's still got one more year on the program. Yeah. You know, at least that's a guy that can go out there and do something. Matsuzawa, my God, misses a 38-yard field goal. Unbelievably shanks the kickoff. It looked like it was a squib kick. You know, it's like it was a bad onside kick to begin with, is what it looked like. It was horrible.
Yeah.
The defense to me was expected to be terrible, at least for me. I was expecting it to be better than that, based on however all the reports were coming out. But and this is where, when I was on the show with Raider Will a couple of weeks ago, and I was on with him and Matty B, and Matt said, he said, everybody's talking about how good our secondary is, but nobody's talking about what the caliber wide receivers are. He goes, is our secondary really that good, or are they really that good because of how bad our wide receivers are? And I sat there and I went, God damn, I didn't even think of that. I said, yes.
And really, in all honesty,
I said that's a total legit subject you just brought up by saying that. I said, because now everybody was talking about how great these rookie secondary guys look, safeties, corners, going up against our wide receivers. And then you sit there and go, well, one of our biggest complaints this offseason is how bad our wide receiver room is. So if the wide receiver room's that bad and we bring in these talented corners, they're going to look good in practice and in scrimmages against these guys. So really, how good are our secondary players, our corners, our safeties? How good are they then? I think we saw a little bit of how good they're not on Thursday night. Yeah. So I lost a lot of faith in the secondary after Thursday nights.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried about that, and the fact that we didn't get steady upfront pressure either. And I know some people say, well, Max didn't play. I said, I don't think Max would have made that much of a difference. I'm sorry. I really don't think he would have made much more of a difference than what we already saw, because what he does has zero effect on your nose tackle. Your nose tackle's still in the middle of that offense, and he still has to do his job and doesn't rely on anything that Max is doing. Yeah. So I don't think Max would have made that much of a difference even playing in that game. And I think it was smart to sit him out anyway. Why put him out there? We already know what we're getting with the guy, but I was not impressed with the defense. I was impressed with the offense, not the defense. I got to catch up with the chat. I am way behind.
You're super behind, but we're also super behind on opening the phones too. 37 minutes.
Yeah. G City Raider, what's up, man? Was JPJ penalty inadvertent, or did he do it? I don't know.
I didn't see it.
I didn't really see the replay on it, but either way, they caught him for tripping, whether it was inadvertently or not. I mean,
wasn't it offsetting? It was an offsetting penalty though, so it really no harm, no foul. But because I thought we had an illegal, I thought defense had an illegal contact on top of it.
Was it on that play though? Was it on the tripping, or was it no? That was on
a holding. Maybe that was a holding.
It was a holding.
I remember we had a holding call that was off. There was an offset. So either way, it shouldn't happen. Whether it's offset or not, you just get lucky when you get an offset, so it doesn't create as much damage. But he can't do that.
Same soup, different bowl on defense, right? Another reason I don't think we're going to be good on D is Robbie Leonard. Yeah, and I definitely get that. I'm starting to second guess that now too. But I mean, you got to start from somewhere, and that's why I'm still under the feeling of whatever happens this year happens. It's more of an impact on what happens next year. If we're in the same boat comes next year at the start of preseason, and we're seeing the same shit again still, or as the season goes on, we don't see it get any better. I'll tell you what, though, after watching that game and seeing how we performed, I'm still sticking with my 3 to 5 wins tops.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a hell of a gauntlet of teams to play this year. That schedule is not very favorable for us. Not at all.
Yep.
Not one bit. What the fuck was
Leads
that?
you to believe
Screen
that
just
the
went
rebuild
black.
might be a little bit more significant than what we thought, huh?
I seriously think you. I
Because I
think
mean,
so.
even last year I was saying that roster looked a lot like an expansion franchise the way we were playing,
Yeah.
and
So yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys bringing that up. It's a splash play and likely tackle for loss if he guesses right, but if he's wrong, it could be a disaster. Which play was that one? I already forgot what we were talking about. Like I said, I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm 10 minutes behind. Fat Worm, what's up? I love that name. It's
nah.
funny as hell. Yeah, and people are gonna say that too. That's still gonna be an issue for years to come. People aren't gonna. They're not gonna. Some fans aren't gonna get over it. I mean, I get it.
The only thing that I like about it is the fact that we're not the poorest team in the NFL anymore. That we actually have money to do things if we need to and have to. So you can't use that. We don't have to go to the bank and borrow money just to pay somebody a signing bonus or anything like that, and mortgage shares of the team and stuff just to do that. So and it's a nice stadium. I love the stadium, but as far as the overall Raiders image, it's going to change, and it's been what? How long have we been there now? This will be our 6th year in Vegas.
Yeah.
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 So it's never going to be like it was in Oakland.
Let's see. I've been like that for many years, John. We haven't had a watchable defense since the early 2000s. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up. I knew Jack was going to say that. I miss Locky Tassi. It wasn't like he was a major contributor on the team. I don't know why some people are so infatuated with him.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Offenses would be the only thing that makes this team watchable in 2020. Yeah, I mean, I've got hope for the offense. That's for sure. I mean, again, in that first drive, I mean, Brock Bowers was basically just a decoy. He went out there, ran a couple of routes, and then they're like, all right, we're going to make sure you're safe. Let's get you out of the game now. Come on. Come sit down, please.
Well, I mean, he did warm up, so you kind of got to go, hey, you did warm up. Go ahead and go out there and play play a little bit. So,
We don't want you to get hurt. What should I pronounce? Oh, it was still at the fridge. I haven't seen a Japanese disaster that bad since watching OG Godzilla. Japanese athletes get the brakes beaten off them, then they have no value by the time they reach the States. Again, the whole fascination with him, and I mean, a lot of fans in Raider Nation wanted us to grab him, and
it's a feel-good story.
Yeah. All right, phone lines are open. I open the lines.
So what that means is if you're going to call the number. I don't have the number up. Let me make a banner for that.
Right here. It's right underneath my name.
That's too small.
401-830. Oh, there we go.
Well, that has to be Kenneth. We are coming to Texas.
Raider Nation Voices. This is Jeff. You're on with Jason and Jeff.
Hey, what's up, 401 Raider Jeff? This is the number one. Oh, look, it's the number one Raider stunner. What? How you doing, Ox Baker? You doing okay?
What's going on?
Not much, man. I want to talk about this defense. That was the poorest rendition of I've seen Raiders tackling in a long time. They still doing. What's going on? What's going on? Not much, man.
Sorry, man. I hope you're still there.
Yeah, like I said.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still here. Like I said, with their tackling, you know, they don't tackle like Raider players used to tackle on defense in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s with two arms.
Oh, nobody
still doing their one-arm wrestling tackling. So I'm getting tired of it looking like a broken down jalopy. I don't told Raider first downs this. It makes no sense.
What's up, Eric?
That we haven't been successful since 1984. When we were on Super Bowl 18. I'm just tired of being the laughing stock of the AFC West. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right, because that's how it has been, unfortunately.
It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I remember when I used to go to high school, I used to get dissed about being a Raiders fan when they was in LA. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I really am. But Raiders for life. Y'all take it easy, and I mean, hopefully we have a good record this year. Cause Fernando Mendoza didn't show no guts, no nuts, no glory, against the Cardinals. I don't know what was wrong with him. And that number 28 cornerback, he shouldn't even be playing. He should be cut. I don't even understand why he's still playing with the Raiders. Really. So I just wanted to chime in and say y'all keep rising to the top and keep standing on the top, and y'all on the top getting down. So
All right.
y'all have a very good night.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right, take
calling.
it easy. All right, bye-bye. Raiders for life. Just win, baby.
Yes, sir. Just for those that don't know off the top of your head, 28's McCoy. He's saying we should cut the rookie. You're on Radio Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. State your name.
This message has been transcribed. One moment while I notify the caller.
What? I do have a voicemail. So I'm going to play it. So here's the voicemail.
Hey, this is for Raiders Live. Great show, by the way, fellas. I just recently subscribed. You guys' Raiders knowledge and content is very, very good, man. Keep up the work. Here's my take. Here's my question.
All right, hang on. I'll come back to this after this. You're on the phone with Radio Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. State your name.
Hello?
Avman.
Hold on. I need a. Hold on.
Turn your volume down.
Yeah. Did you ever call radio stations when you were younger?
Yeah, hey. Yeah, this is Nadman. I was gonna pull some shit on you and tell you that I'm a brand new Raider fan, and
I can't even hear him.
I was gonna, and then however. Hey, however, my biggest disappointment from the game was this. I really wanted to see Max Crosby destroy freaking Gardner Minshew and just call him a little ass boy. That's my biggest disappointment.
Oh God, that's the biggest disappointment in the entire game after what you watched Thursday night.
Yeah, that's my biggest disappointment.
Jesus Christ.
It's the first preseason game. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in panic mode. Again, like I said earlier, we got stuff on film now, so they know what they're looking for to fix with these guys. Now it's just a matter of fixing it, and the guys accepting, what the coaches say as far as, hey, you need to do this different than what you did last week, and vice versa, whatever. So.
Right. I mean, everything is going to progress.
You're right.
I'm not really worried about it too much.
Yeah.
I mean, but when Greedy Vance is your best tackler on your team on defense, you might want to address that. So that's all.
I mean, we had plenty of times in the last couple of seasons where most of our leading tacklers were our secondary because our linebackers couldn't tackle shit, and our front line and our ends couldn't do jack shit. So we've got a recent history of our secondary to be the guys that are leading tackles, and that's not good.
They have to be tacklers.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be the lead tacklers. Is the whole point. That means that teams aren't running on us and they're throwing the ball all over the place because we can't stop
when
anybody.
he was in there for a short period of time. He made some plays, but he wasn't in there long. So I can see the next game we're actually going to see a little bit more of what the Raiders are made of.
Yeah.
So
I hope so.
The only thing I do is caution everyone, relax. They're not showing anything yet. I firmly believe that. So that's all I got to say, Jeff, Jason. You guys do a great job, man. Love you guys. man, and off we go, man. To the next caller. I'm sure you have somebody on hold, on parole, as the chat said.
Actually, we got a
So, guys, have a great night.
we got a phone
man.
solicitor
Great
on
show.
standby.
All right, thanks, man. You take care, brother. All right, let me finish playing this.
Just think, he probably put 2 quarters in the machine to make that phone call.
I mean, come on. Never called the radio station before. Turn it off in the back.
Turn
So I
the
can
volume
hear.
down in the
Let's say
background.
Mac gets hurt. Knock on wood, he doesn't. But let's say he's out 3 or 4 games. Who do you guys think? And by the way, my name is Anthony. I'm sorry, Anthony from Texas. Let's say Max goes out 3 to 4 games. Who on the team do you think can get a consistent pass rush? Not every now and then. I'm talking about a consistent pass rush. Because if not, we don't have the best cornerbacks out there. And we may get picked apart like we did the other night. Minshew and Brissett were back there making peanut butter sandwiches, man. Calling their mom, calling their grandma. Just all the time in the world for slices. And that's my big concern is the pass rush. If you don't have a consistent pass rush, the corners are going to be on an island getting roasted, man. Thank you. That was my take. You guys have a wonderful night.
I mean, he's spot on. That's Anthony from Texas. So his question was, what do we do if Max goes out for, say, 3 to 4 weeks? What type of caliber players is going to be able to provide on this roster that's going to be able to provide what Max does now? There isn't. We don't have look, if you've got one premier edge rusher on your team and he goes down, you don't have another guy like that.
But I hate to say this, going back to Navman's call, I think we got to send him to the gulags. He's convicted. He's convicted of crimes against humanity with that phone call, Navman.
What's up, Raider Paul? I see you. He said hi to you too, Jelly Roll.
What's up, Raider Paul?
Yeah, anyone that doesn't know, Lone Raider is Eric. He's one of my chapter members, Eric.
Hey, real quick, housekeeping, Jeff. Jeff is broadcasting in vertical. I am broadcasting in horizontal. So if you want to watch it on horizontal, switch over to my channel, watch it on the horizontal there, or you can watch it vertical on his end. If you'd be so kind and tell all your friends, because I'm sure a couple of you guys do have friends. I'm not sure, but I'm sure you have a couple of friends. Tell them to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel. Let's get those numbers up so we can really start pushing out some killer content, especially with this show here. Because this one is, I'm not going to lie, guys. Mitchell Rentz ain't got shit on us, boys. So, and we're going to figure out that we worked on the phone call thing today, and I think we just come to the conclusion it's going to be a little bit more money to get it right. But we'll get it right so you guys can both yak at us, because I know Coach Sipping Jamba Juice, he wants to yell at me like Joe from Florida.
Yeah, Raider Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. State your name.
What's going on, guys? It's Silver Smoke.
Yeah, what's up, man? I saw you calling on my phone. I'm like, oh shit, he probably doesn't have the real number to call.
Yeah,
if I took you on my phone, it wouldn't work that well. It would sound like shit. So
just call the number in the men's bathroom.
Oh, you're all right.
Same one.
Yeah, I'm just walking out of work now. I'm just calling to get my piece, man.
Yeah, go for it.
I think everybody's wrong. I think it's preseason. Defenses do not show their cards. They do not show their scheme. They go very vanilla. They're not going to show anything. So everything you guys seen was basics. They were in box sets. They weren't back in the box. They're going to give them the first couple plays. That's how it's going to be. We don't want them to know what we have, how we're going to stack, how we're going to shift, how we're going to adjust. That's just 101 defense schemes. Now, as far as tackling, yeah, people need to tackle better. But I do think the ones were tackling all right. The only problem I seen was they weren't getting off the field. So, yeah, you could do whatever you want. You guys kept we got them to third down over and over again. We were doing great, but they were getting every third down.
Yeah,
that's our problem. We gotta be effective on the third downs and stop ourselves. On offense, we were stepping on our own dick over and over again. We had like 7 penalties in the first half for
Yeah,
over
it
20
was
yards.
that was disgusting. That pissed
You
me off
can't do
more
that.
than
You know
anything.
what I mean?
That's just like
But I mean, that's going to be that. Yeah, but that is going to be expected. I mean, it's a new scheme. Everything's brand new to these guys. They're shifting out all kinds of new players. We have a lot of young players. It's the first time, pads on, everybody out there going against a different opponent. It's expected. Now, if that happens later in preseason, like the third game of preseason or week 1, then red flags. Oh shit, let's worry about this. As far as Fender Mendoza goes, I think he showed a lot of poise. I think that he was getting through his reads. That's what I was worried about, was his footwork and him moving through his reads. And I think he did all that exceptionally well for a rookie.
Well, I
Now,
know.
did he do it to the standards of a first-round pick, number 1 overall? No, I don't know. I think he did. But I think as a rookie, he did well with what he has. You got to think, Kubiak's scheme and system throws 10 times more at you than the average offense does. And the fact that even the coach said he's picking all of it up, he's learning from his mistakes, and he's doing great, I don't think we have nothing to worry about on that front.
I know a couple of weeks
That's my
ago
opinion.
you were in the chat, and was it you in the chat or were you texting me about how? I think you were.
Probably both.
Yeah, I think you were
Probably both.
texting me about how you were nervous about Mendoza. You were
Yeah,
worried
I
about
mean,
it, and I said
yeah.
that's big coming from you because I know how much you've been in his corner all along. And I'm like, if
Yeah, man,
I was
I'm a
too.
season.
I was too.
I'm a IU boy.
Especially when
I
you
live
preach as much as
20
we
minutes up
did.
the road from Bloomington. I'm a Hoosier. I love my Raiders. I love my Hoosiers.
Yeah.
And I was a bandwagon. I was like, this dude's the one. This is everything. But then everything I was hearing, all the people I was talking, pages I follow, after what they were saying about preseason or the practices, I was starting to get concerned. But watching it in the game, watching what we did, 10-16, not phenomenal. He had a couple bad passes. I gave him on credit for. But all in all, I think with the scheme, the system that they're giving him and everything, I think the kid did solid. Nothing to be like, oh, crap, he's a bust. Oh, crap, he can't do it. Like I told you from the beginning, I'm a firm believer he should sit. He should not start. I never wanted him to. I think you have Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins knows that scheme and system better than anybody in the league. I think he showed on that first drive he can effectively move that team with the ones out there. I think you don't play Mendoza unless Kirk Cousins gets injured or unless he gets to the point where he's just playing like total ass and we have to literally do a mutiny. And I don't think that should be at least until week 8, 9, 10.
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I don't want to see the kid get rushed out there. If they, I mean, he himself even came out and said, I don't feel as though I'm ready. If he doesn't have the confidence himself, then why would the coaches put him in that situation? And you're only going to hurt his confidence. He's already said he doesn't think that he's ready. So if the guy himself doesn't think he's ready, then why would the coaches push him out there?
No, I agree.
I just don't get that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but there's so many people that expect him.
I definitely think that we don't have a wide receiver one. I think that's hands down. Tucker did show some promise. He got separation. A couple of passes. That's good.
Yeah.
Jack Best showed solid hands. Even Kirk said that he knows for sure Bash has strong hands. He'll catch. But having strong hands and being able to get separation and run good routes are two different things. So strong hands makes you more of a possession receiver, nothing more than that. But I mean, hell, Mayer looks solid. And if you got Mayer and Bowers balling out together, 12 personnel, if we can get Mike Washington and Genty to ball out, I mean, them four right there alone should be able to put up a lot of points for us on the board.
And even
I do think a lot of a guy that nobody's getting talk on is that undrafted free agent from NC State, Sloan. Man, that kid's
people have been talking about him. I know Severe's been on him since we got him.
I mean, like since I've been on this live today, I haven't heard very many people mention.
No, I mean at the very start it was brought up.
Game.
Yeah, I thought he stood out. Definitely, definitely.
I just think
he held his stop.
He reminded me of Max Crosby. He reminded me of a Max Crosby when Max Crosby first came.
That's what Jason said.
Yeah,
exactly what Jason
and I think that has. And nobody thought Max Crosby was going to be what Max Crosby is year one.
No
one did.
No,
so I think that's exciting.
Pick. Why would you?
Exactly. And then that Keon Crawford kid, man, I know he was the third round. He was getting in the backfield a lot. The problem was he wasn't staying in his length, he wasn't containing, and he was over pursuing the quarterback.
Mhm.
That's all teachable. That's all things that you can teach. But his pure speed and skill to get back there, I mean, he was doing it at a high level.
Yeah.
Again, that's not versus the one, so that doesn't mean much. But man, I think that has potential for future. Somebody earlier on your phone call was saying, if Crosby ain't there, who can we rotate in? I think both those kids have high potential.
And we didn't see Kwity Paye either.
Potential. I think Kwity Paye on the defense, he did several times. He shut down the run. If you notice, when the first team's defense was in, Love did not run all over us.
No, and I said that. I said they kind of really contained him for the most part.
Yeah, they contained Love. It wasn't until Love's went in against the second team defense that Love started having the bigger runs, the 10, the 15-yarders. He was getting contained. I think Walker, linebacker, and Jacoby Dean are going to be phenomenal for us if they stay healthy.
God, yeah. I mean, you're talking about
you're
talking about two seasoned veterans out there at their position. I mean, Walker alone held Love in check at least a couple of times that I saw that were just great stops on his end. And I've already talked about it with Taron Johnson too. I mean, there's three plays there, and that one with Taron, that was a 6-point run right there. If he didn't stop him or hold on to him, touchdown. You know, he would have been going.
Yeah, I think our biggest problem is Palomao, safety, and CB2. No matter who that's going to be, those two things right there are going to be our Achilles heel in our defense.
Yeah, none of them look stupendous.
That's going to be our problem. Yeah, Stokes didn't look phenomenal. Didn't look bad. I went back and rewatched tape. What's the second-year kid from our second-round pick last year? He didn't look bad. Even on that touchdown that he gave up to Marvin Harrison Jr., he was right there with him. The ball was just out of his reach. And I think that was Palomao's fault. Palomao should have helped him and picked up. Palomao just stayed in the middle of the field and didn't do nothing. He was just watching the QB. I think he expected help there. Palomao never came over. He's trying. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. was supposed to be elite beyond elite. And that kid was hand-in-hand with him and just a fingertip away from blocking that pass. It was a great pass. I don't think there's nothing else you can really do about it. I think with McCoy, the guy was bashing McCoy earlier. McCoy was attached at the hip at every receiver, every play. It wasn't until the very top of the route at the very end the receivers were getting separation on McCoy, which is a problem. But at the same time, the dude ain't played ball in 2 years.
Yeah, and that's
we're
why
literally easing him out, and we eased him out here. So I mean, we can't expect him to be back to his old form right away. I think just being able to stay on the hip though after his knee problems he's had, the way that he was, I think showed hella upside. Now he's just got to be able to lock him down at the top of the route, which I do think he can. I think he can do.
Maintain.
Well, that's why that's why I give McCoy a pass right now because he hasn't played in 2 years. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about in text the other day. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have. He's got to get back into complete football shape here. Like, you know, going out there and competing against these better wide receivers than what he's been practicing against in our own team. Because let's face it, I mean, our wide receivers aren't the best. We've all complained about it. So, really, how good are our corners and our safeties?
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, even last year we were sitting there. Everybody was so high on the team. I was even high on the team. We came out week one and we beat the team that was in the Super Bowl, the Patriots.
Well, we barely beat them. I was at that game, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, but after that game ended, people were on cloud nine. People did not expect us to win on the road. We usually don't win over on the East Coast like that.
Well, there was.
I think everybody needs to pump their brakes.
I remember after that game, there's a very well-known Raider podcaster that said. I think we found our QB for good now. And I sit there and I'm like, I don't know, man. I was at the game. He looked okay. And then, okay, as the season went on, I'm like, do you want to retract that?
Could I add to the New England game?
Yeah,
Jason wants to say something, but you're not going to be able to hear it.
Go ahead, Jason.
Good.
That was actually the Brock Bowers show, that first game.
Oh, God, yeah.
It
was the Brock Bowers show that first game. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Other than that, there was no run 100%. Game. There's no consistency in distributing the ball.
I'm gonna keep watching, but I'm going home now. I'm showering, so I just got off work.
All right, thanks, Mike. Take care, man.
All right, no problem. Talk to you later, Bobby.
Later.
Thanks, Smoke. Yeah, he can't even hear me. He'll see it on the replay, I guess.
Yeah.
He'll see it on the replay.
I just want to bring something up that was mentioned earlier. So Diesel, just want to put this on. He says, just want to say this once. He said, not going to say it a bunch, but if you plan on being at the Raiders versus Chargers game, let him know. So let Diesel know and message him so he can put your name down if you want to join the tailgate party. Diesel, is that where's the tailgate party that you're referring to? Because I'm going to be at one, but it's going to be at Tom's Bar right across the street.
Bar.
The Anthem Hotel. That's where the tailgate I'm going to be at. I think Leo and I are going to grab one of the golf carts there and run over to the Pink Lot to hook up with everybody that's going to be over there, and then we're going right back to the Anthem because I don't plan on going into the game. But I'm going there for I'm going there just to go to LA again and get to California again. It's been 40-something years since I was there, so I'm going to go and have some fun.
You should go to Disneyland.
I said that to Leo. I said we should go to Disneyland. I said we need to see how many people want to go to Disneyland. We're walking in with a huge Raider crew going to Disneyland. Come on, man! I haven't been. Last time I was there, I was 14 years old. Yeah, you'd get kicked out. Maybe not.
I'm going to Disneyland the week before the Miami game.
Oh, Jack left the voicemail. Let's listen to Jack's voicemail.
Here we go. Yeah, I want
to. Here it is, everybody. Jack Kenna's voicemail.
What's up, Jeff and JD? It's Jack Kenna from the 916 Sacramento area code. Hey, I already brought this up earlier tonight. So are you guys about, starting top 5 offensive linemen or, just, based on their positions? All I know is that Charles Grant opened up that hole for the big run that we had in that game. Why not move Charles Grant over this year where it can be used as you left guard? And he dominated in that game. I gave him an A in that preseason game. I want to know your guys' thoughts. And, I only feel like they're going to keep 9. So certain guys are not going to be on this team. Nation, salute, brothers, out.
I thought it was Buford that was in there on that.
Buford was number 70.
That's what I thought.
Burford, not Buford. Burford.
Burford was playing left guard.
Left guard.
Linderbaum was the center because it was the ones that were out there still.
Yeah.
So that wasn't Grant. Beautiful voicemail. Such a social.
And
why do I look? Why
for
do
clarification,
I look so
it was
in that photo that Dixon's got as his. Look at it.
Yeah, I have that saved. It's a beautiful picture. One day you'll say, I'm glad he's our quarterback. I wouldn't have taken him number 1, but I'm glad he's our quarterback and he's doing a good job.
Alex says Disney costs an arm and a leg. Get to find the moms with the passes. Oh yeah, start looking for the mills.
Yeah, you can't have.
Yeah, Manuel. What do you guys think about our kicker situation? It sucks.
Yep.
I don't like it. Yep. I don't like Madsen.
Throw it in the rest of the pot of soup that we're dealing with right now.
Right. So he says people are saying to bring back Carlson, but there has to be other vet kickers out there. You'd have to look and see who's even available, free agents for kickers. We're going to roll into the season with Gay at this point. I know Carlson just recently had a tryout with Green Bay, which is where his brother was last year. I don't think anything came of that. I do know that he did have a tryout with them. Do we want to bring Carlson back? I don't know. Probably not.
I can tell you this: we're going to be scrambling to figure that problem out.
And that's the downside. I don't want to be one of our biggest issues is the kicking game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right because it would absolutely suck if we improve here, and then all of a sudden we went in the kicking game. because sometimes the kicking game, a couple missed field goals could be the difference between winning the game and losing the game.
Yeah.
You miss a field goal in the second quarter, and then you miss another one in the third quarter. Well, shit, that's 6 points. We lost by 4. Could have won.
Look at that game with Kansas City a few years ago. We ended up losing by what, 2 points? If we would have gone for the field goal, it was that whole fumble thing with
the one that they debated last night on Fight or Flight.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, everybody's like, we lost the game because we did not lose the game because of JPJ and AOC 12 and whatever the wide receivers are doing against that. You know where we lost that game? Carlson missing 3 field goals. That's fucking 9 points right there that were left on the field that we never got. You put those 9 points on that board, we win that game by 6 points.
Yeah.
So how can you say that he's the ultimate blame? No, because the game should have been won a long time ago if we would have gotten those field goals. So you can't blame the quarterback for losing the game. How about losing the coach with the bad clock management, which is what I said in the chat on that. I'm like, that's bad clock management. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off that, people would still blame the center, and I don't even blame JPJ. If anything, I blame Parham in that. And the wide receiver for not being set. Parham shouldn't have reached out and touched JPJ. So that I wish I was in on that argument, because I would have made it a point that it's not JPJ, it's not AOC 12's fault, because AOC is waiting for the wide receiver to get set.
So who you blaming on that play?
I'm blaming that on Parham, but I still overall the game itself I blame Carlson.
Really?
Yeah, Parham didn't even look back. He just reached out and touched JPJ and bang, he snapped the ball.
Watch.
Watch what?
Why the hell were we we were lining up to throw the ball out of bounds to burn time? Reference AP's post-game press conference of why they did that, what happened. So, and while I was watching the game, it was simple. Burn clock, clock it, right? And then kick the field goal. Not hard. We were in field goal range. And easily in field goal range. So, hey, real quick, that Leonard Arbera one that I just brought up, bring back, do a little housekeeping real quick while we're at it.
God, I don't see it.
I got it right here. So, for those of you guys, Leonard Arbera here, good friend of the Show Me the Shield. He's on your Facebook, by the way. He's
I've been friends
watching
with
you
him
on his Facebook. Leonard Ibera, the Sith Lord Emperor of Raider Nation, his brother is Darth Raider. They have a tailgate in Lot F that is the Dark Side tailgate that they basically took from Oakland and transported it to Las Vegas. One of the few that actually do that. Okay, not too many people took the same tailgate experience from Oakland and took it over to Las Vegas. So any of you guys that are going to the Miami game or any home game this year, for that fact, go to Lot F, say hi to them, tell them that Raiders First Down sent you, make a contribution to them, because they put a lot of time and money and food, really good food, into this. I also have a QR code that I'd like to share. Let me see here, see if I can get it to come up.
Manuel, let's just agree to disagree and bring back Seabass.
So I'm going to add this to the stage real quick, Jess, so people can
disconnect the phone, just so you know.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, I have a QR code for a GoFundMe. We'll show it later in the show for the Dark Side Tailgate, Lot F. Swing by there, say hi. Great camaraderie, great people. It's a family-run type tailgate, and they do. If it's anything like what we saw in Oakland, you can't miss it. It is awesome. I don't think we can get the whole QR code up on there.
Yeah. Gonna remove the comment. The code's there.
The blocks are there, so if you want to scan out what you're going there, make a donation, $1, $5, whatever it is, a contribution to their tailgate. Anything would be appreciated, and they would absolutely love it. And they're tailgate experience is one of a kind, and for those of you that never experienced an Oakland tailgate, that's where you're going to experience it right there. It's top notch, to say the least. So that's Dark Side Tailgate. Leonard Ibarra and his brother Darth Raider is there as well. So, and you might run into some other people that you might know. So swing by there, say hi, tell them Raiders First Down sent you from this show and the Show Me the Shield show on Sunday nights. So. You want to put the phone back on?
Yeah, we just remove that, put that back up. Back to this.
Yep.
No, that's not the one we were on. Hang on.
This
one. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be on this side of the
All
screen.
right, Do they, there you go. Thank you for the love, Jason. Looking forward to seeing you at the tailgate. Do they do that in LA too?
No, they started it in Oakland.
I know. I didn't know when the Chargers, when the Raiders come to town, play the Chargers in LA. If they went there.
If they go to, I forgot to ask him if I know they're going to do one in San Francisco. They're going to tailgate in San Francisco because they're from the Bay Area. They preset everything in Vegas with a family member there, and then they just fly from the Bay Area over. Take a flight over to Vegas, and they've already got a truck there and everything, and make a Costco run to get all the goodies and the utensils and the food and all that stuff. And then this year for the Miami game, I believe seafood is going to be the main course. Don't know exactly. I know probably some shrimp and stuff like that, but I know Leonard talked about maybe doing tuna as well, just a little symbolic meal before playing the Dolphins. So that'd be cool. Refreshments, they got drinks.
Make sure it's what do you call it? Not dolphin safe tuna too. So I
think ahi or something like that.
Yeah. So G City Raider said I went to Lot F last year. Yeah, it's a lot, and it's a lot like Oakland. So that's a good. A good endorsement there for them, for sure.
Some of the alumni, some of our well-known alumni players visit those areas as well. So you never know who you might run into when you're in Lot F.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't do it the first time because I wasn't. We really didn't go for the. We went straight to the game. Because we had our wives with us. Me and my buddy had our wives with us, so we kind of just straight shot over to it and went into the stadium early and got a $15 beer. And
I heard the beers are expensive out there for sure.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Even the waters too. How much they charge for the water, for a bottle of water?
You'll see when you go to get a bottle of water at the Golden Nugget.
Don't tell me that.
What the heck? Yeah,
don't tell me that.
Don't be surprised to pay $7 for a bottle of water at a casino there on the Strip.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah. If you want bottles of water and you're staying on the Strip, go hit up a liquor store somewhere and get you a couple 12-packs or a 12-pack of water or whatever.
Oh, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts right across the street from the Golden Nugget.
That's why you're staying at the Golden Nugget, because I got a Dunkin' Donuts right across the street, so I could go right over there and get me a nice coffee.
I walk out the front door of the Golden Nugget. I go that way across the street, across the Fremont. It's about 400 feet, and bang, I'm at it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
See how that works out.
Yeah. You're on Made in Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason.
Hey, how y'all doing?
It's the same guy. We're listening to the same TV station.
So it says right there, Raiders on trial. Call in, name names, and deliver the verdict live.
Yeah.
So I have a couple names.
Okay.
They're in the chat. Okay.
Who are you calling out?
These are the guys that have not phoned in. And I would like for them to do so and at least state their case and try to even have a piece of me. Okay? I'm not bueno. I'm bueno or not bueno. And Rosetown talks a lot of shit. Ed Dixon Cider talks a lot of shit, but never goes live on anything. So here's my challenge to them. Call in to this number. Here's the number. 401-830-9189. Do it.
Like an admin's got
Or
on
your
speed dial.
He's got it tattooed on his inside of his arm.
It's that simple. All right, I'm off.
All right, later, man. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, gentlemen.
Whatever you do, don't pick up the cards on the floor unless you want a good time. I may just pick them up.
Good
Fixing
old
my
Mav,
own
man.
phone can't handle it. Well, phone lines are open, bitches. Call in 401-830-9189. Take the challenge from Nav. Call in. Let's see.
Yeah, he's challenged you. Don't be afraid of him. Don't be afraid of him.
Embroidered in his underwear.
Salute to you though, Rorschach. I missed the Rorschach Chronicles on the phone call. Oh, look, we got Raiders down yonder coming in. Nice to see you, man. What's up? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the tailgate. I'm looking forward to the Miami game, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person finally.
Oh, thank you. I was waiting when that was going to come up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I got to list my priorities first. Hold on, stand by. So
okay.
It's get on the plane, fly over, get there, get settled down, play a little craps. Huh?
What time?
Yeah, coming in. Friday? Yeah, Friday, and then I'm looking to meet up with you at that poker tournament thing that's going on
Saturday. I was going to go to the breakfast, but it looks like they want to get all the chapter presidents together for a big breakfast Saturday morning, so I won't get to the poker tournament until after that. So I wanted to go there. It's a fundraiser too. But
I'm the president.
I'm I gotta have my Secret Service with me and everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have my bodyguards, everything with me.
So you're gonna have 805 Nate and Severe and Leo as your bodyguards. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll put Nate and Leo in front because they're shorter than me. Actually, 805 shorter than me, believe it or not. I'm taller than 805 by just a bit, not by much. I thought he was taller. I was shocked when I saw him. And the first thing I said in my head when I saw him walking towards me, I'm like, "Fuck, man! I thought he was taller than that." So I look behind him and I see Severe. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. So what you're saying is you got nothing on 805. 805's got nothing on you.
No, I'm taller than him. I'm definitely taller than Chris too.
Nah.
I know for a fact I'm taller than Nate because I've already met him in person, and I know I'm taller than Leo. So.
But you ain't taller than me.
No, that I know. That I definitely know.
That'd be cool to meet Severe. Well, I don't know if Severe's going to be there. I'm not sure.
In Vegas? You know what? I don't know if he said he was going to Vegas. I think he's coming down to L.A. Is he coming?
It'd just be nice to see somebody eye to eye for once. I'm tired of looking down at you guys.
Well, how tall are you? I'm 6 even.
I'm 6'4".
Yeah. I'll stand on my tippy toes. Yeah, Rorschach called yesterday and he called last Friday. So,
yeah,
Rorschach calls. Bueno,
he does. He used to call in. Rorschach, this is the Chronicles of Rorschach.
Yeah,
we missed that.
Rorschach's journal.
Rorschach's
diary.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Episode 225.
What's up, Dennis? See, Jeff could be the bodyguard for the bodyguards.
Yeah.
Alex, he's 6'2" blessed for a Mexican.
Yeah,
Eric, I know you're not 6'7" because I know you in person.
I'm 6'7".
You're not 6'7". You're shorter than me.
Hey, it's whatever that measurement is when you're running out with that 12-pack at 7-Eleven. That's how tall you are.
That's how I used to check my height sometimes.
Yeah. You go in there and stand up
next to the door at the Cumberland Farms and go, how tall am I?
I don't know. Let me go back to 7-Eleven and figure it out.
Some people probably don't even know what the hell we're talking about. I bet you a ton of people don't even realize what that's for.
Yeah. So anytime you go to a 7-Eleven, you see these red and white tape on the door that has a bunch of numbers on it, and you'll see 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, and a bunch of hash marks in between. That's so that when anybody robs them or steals, shoplifts, and runs out the door, they can rewind the video and go, he's that tall.
Mm-hmm. Or if the clerk sees them and they're running out as they're giving a description, is a white male wearing a blue shirt. He was about 6'2", based on the door, roughly.
Nah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Or Eric, 6'7".
Now you know you're not looking for a 5'6" dude.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be amazed at some of the descriptions people would give you, and then you'd watch the video and go, that ain't even close to what they described.
Right.
Yeah. I had one time. It was a white guy. He was a white guy, and he had this really long hair. And then I play it back, and it was a purse snatching of all things. And I play it back. I'm like, dude, that is not. First of all, I don't think he's white, and he don't have long hair at all. Not even a wig, nothing. In fact, I think I had more hair than he did. So that ought to tell you something right there. And I was like, Now we were looking for the wrong guy.
So I guess we get back to the court proceedings. I'm watching the chat screen by. I mean, nobody in the chat's even talking about football at this point.
No, everybody's picking on Navman and Rosetown.
Yeah, they're picking on Nav, Rosetown, and especially Bueno. They're going all after his fridge right now.
It went from a nice, quiet courtroom with a lot of good evidence to now it's just an episode of Jerry Springer in the chat.
Pretty much. So let me ask you this then, Jason. So our next game is Thursday night against the Houston Texans. What do you think about this one coming up? This isn't going to be a fun one.
No. I can tell you this. This is what's going to happen. If we play like shit in the practice and nothing goes right in the practice, don't be surprised if the first team plays the whole first half and maybe into the second half.
I mean, that is possible. I'm curious to see how many fights happen in this practice.
In the practice?
Mm-hmm. Because it always does. No matter what two teams are playing in it, they're always getting into fights. It always happens.
Yeah. I mean, once Max touches their quarterback, I'm sure there's going to be a fight.
Oh, without a doubt. And I'm there to watch it, man. I'm all in on it. I love it. When it's your own team, I don't like it because I don't want any of our guys getting hurt by our own guys. It's the stupid part. But when it's another team, okay. I want to see that. I don't want to see it happen to the point where they got to call off the rest of the practice because of it. Because then it just gets so nasty, which has happened. It has happened in the past.
No.
But I want it to be, level-headed. Let's have some fun with it.
But for what I understand, we're only doing one joint practice. So it's going to take... Yeah, I think if they were doing two joint practices like a lot of teams do before the preseason game, usually the second one is when they start to get real chippy because now they've watched game film, now they got their ass chewed out by their coaches and they don't want to get chewed out again, and it gets a little bit chippier. And well, back in the day when they did joint practices, remember we used to do joint prep when we were in LA. We did joint practices with the Cowboys. The Cowboys would fly out to Los Angeles, out to El Segundo, and practice with us. And it was bad. It was so bad, they poked Don Mosbar's eye out. Somebody poked his eye out and ended his career at that point because of it. I mean, it was insane. I'd watched some of the news broadcasts of it. They'd have people down there videotaping and all that stuff, and you'd see it. It's like they ain't even practicing. It's like down set hike. It was like the longest yard tryouts. You ever watch The Longest Yard, the tryouts, when they snap the ball and everybody just starts fighting and hitting each other? That's what it looked like.
Yeah. All right. So I see people asking about the free agent. Oh, the guy that we just brought on. Okay.
From
So,
Houston.
yeah, I got some info on him. He's 31 years old, 6'4", 318 pounds. He's from Far Rockaway, New York. Defensive tackle. It's Faloronso Ifeanika Fatakasi. So,
excuse you. Did you burp?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And farted at the same time. I might have even hiccuped it.
Yeah.
So he came into the league. He was picked in the 6th round in the 2018 NFL draft by the Jets. He's been with the Jets from 18 to 2021, Jaguars from 22 to 23, Texans 24 to 25, and we just signed him now. His stats total are 195 tackles, 7 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 7 pass deflections.
I don't think he's brought in to say the damsel in distress in this situation.
No.
I think this is going to be something to kind of bolster the depth at defensive tackle, because I have a feeling Booker might be on the outside looking in.
Okay, so he's a Nigerian, but he was born here in the United States, so that's why his name is so difficult too. So he is of Nigerian descent.
Yeah.
Actually, his brother is a linebacker who played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022, and he's currently playing for the St. Louis Battlehawks. All right, so in May of 2025, he re-signed with Houston on a 1-year, $3.5 million contract. On October 4th, they placed him on IR due to a shoulder injury. And then we just signed him today, the 15th. So I think this is just a depth move. I think this is definitely a reflection on the game from Thursday night. I haven't seen any film on him, so I can't sit there and say he's a good addition or not.
Yeah, because he's probably one of those guys that you actually have to watch the film, going and pulling up some ESPN stat block.
Yeah,
he's got 3.5 sacks in 7 years.
Yeah,
well, he's a defensive tackle.
But he does show up on the depth chart now. So I did just go in and look at that, and that's where I copied his name and threw it in to Google just to look at his personal information.
You know, it's funny you bring up depth chart, because
he is actually, hold on real quick. He is behind Booker, JJ Pegues, and then he's the 3rd in the list. So, I mean, yeah, he could be coming after. We could be looking at Booker in a different light this year, it looks like.
Yeah.
What's up, Pizzle? I see you, brother. What's up, Martin? What's going on?
Martin, salute to you, brother. Yeah, bring up something. We were talking about it earlier on the phone, and just wanted to bring it up on the show as well, that there was a lot of concern with our depth chart that we released the other day and was posted, and how some of our third round picks and third and fourth round picks were listed as second on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at it, I'm thinking, okay, I have 2 trains of thought on the reason why it was done like that. Number one, these are rookies that only had about 10 practices. Okay. So if you anoint those guys, those second, third, and fourth rounders, on a depth chart, list them as number 1, could that, and I'm saying could that, I'm not saying is, could that be a reason why you don't list them as number 1 on the depth chart, because you want them to continue to do what they're doing in training camp, and not just accept the fact, okay, I've arrived, I don't have to put the work in I don't have to work as hard now because I've arrived, I'm number 1 on the depth chart. Did you see? So that's one theory, and I'm only saying it as a theory because I'm not in the building to actually speak with it as much. The second thing is, I went through and I looked at a lot of other teams' depth charts, and they were doing the same thing. There was very few first-round picks were listed number 1 on the depth chart. There was a lot of first-round picks. Even Bailey, that was picked after Fernando with the Jets, he's listed second on the depth chart. right? So to be upset and concerned, and I've said this before, I said it on my show, said it on this show, today's prices aren't tomorrow's prices. So today's prices are what they are. Tomorrow is a different day, and so we just got to look at it from that standpoint. And I too, as well, based on what I saw in the preseason game, I have to stand pat as well. As yeah, it's the first preseason game. Yeah, it was vanilla schemes. Yeah, you absolutely everybody's got great points, but the only thing that I missed was the attitude and the identity. That was it. If they were going full snuff and rocking and socking and maybe missed a block, or maybe the player caught the ball, it was good coverage, but yet they caught they just, hey, they made a play, kudos to you. Yes, it's practice, I get that. It's a practice game, I get that. But lo and behold, there's this theory that has been preached over and over and over again that we are finally going to be able to hit somebody else with a different color jersey on. Guess what? You didn't hit the other color jersey. So that went out the window. You had a chance, Go out there and just knock them back a few times. It doesn't even have to be over and over and over again. It just has to be just give us some substance to look at and say, hey, what we saw to that first team in the first two series or whatever, they went in. There was no exotic coverages or blitzes or anything like that. I'm fine with that. It is preseason, but come on, you're lining up against somebody. Just hit them. Just knock them back, please. I'm begging.
James Furpo's in the house. Yeah,
What's
no,
up,
you're
Mr.
right on.
Raiders.
It's a good call on that one. Way to go, James. Way to go. Good call. But there are two more preseason games. One in particular is going to have a lot of beef to it, and that's the one next week. And so that's the one that we kind of have to hang our hats on, is this is what we're going to be. This is going to be our identity going forward, right? Or at least the beginnings of it. Because when we're rebuilding and retooling, you got brand new coach, brand new quarterbacks, brand new play callers, brand new. Pretty much everything is new except for Max, Bowers, and Genty and Miller. Everything else is pretty much new. Even the configuration of the offensive line, how we set in the depth chart, how people are going to play, what type of scheme, all that's new. So you got to expect that. Really, in all honesty, week 3, week 4 of the regular season is when we're really going to see it. And that goes for everybody in the NFL. Jeff, I ask you this. Week 1 of the NFL season, do we really see quality football anymore?
No, not from any team for the most part. Well, I shouldn't say that not from every team. But teams especially that are experiencing a lot of newness, in their organization, you don't see quality football pretty much across the board, I would guess to say, with a few exceptions.
There are going to be some guys that are dialed in week 1.
Totally. But there are going to be some that are still showing so rusty. Usually it takes the first couple of weeks before a team starts to really get their shit together. I mean, let's just do this, okay? So last year, first game on the road here in New England, played the Patriots. We got lucky. Okay, we could have lost that game very, very easily. All right, but we won it. Had we played them a couple of weeks later, they would have beat the socks off of us.
Yep.
Okay, because they got their shit together. Let's go back another year or two, or go back one more year prior to that. We'll go to the Baltimore game, which was I think week 3.
Week 2.
Okay. Or week 2, we go to Baltimore. And we beat Baltimore. We shocked the world and we beat Baltimore. Nobody expected us to go in there and beat them.
And we played good.
Yeah, and
that was actually a good game.
Yep. Now let's go. If we play Baltimore a week or two later, the way they played the rest of the season after they played us, they would have knocked the socks off of us then too. It's just who makes the better use of the mistakes that the other team does in the early first couple of games are the ones that tend to prevail. And that's what happened with us in New England, and that's what happened with us in Baltimore. It's just that we actually had a good game plan for that game, and we caught them off guard. Don't forget, that was Derrick Henry's first time. That was his first season with Baltimore, was that year. That team hadn't gelled yet. He still wasn't familiar enough with the offense or with the offensive line him and the quarterbacks kind of weren't on the court, and the quarterback weren't kind of on the same page yet. So there was a learning curve there. But again, by week 3 and beyond, they started turning around, and it became a pretty lethal team. So now, same thing with New England. You got a new head coach, new offensive coordinator. Some of these guys may have been there when he was still there. Some of them probably weren't. So you had all this newness to everything. They weren't ready. We didn't look that ready either, but we took advantage of mistakes, and we were the better team that day. So, yeah, first couple of games are always kind of rough. First game especially, and it's nice that we're matched up. Our first game is against a team that is in disarray also. Miami is not a good team, all right? They got a new head coach. They got a different offensive system. They got different quarterbacks. The only thing that stays the same in Miami is A-Chain, and A-Chain is lethal because of his speed. Mm-hmm. So, and the way we've been playing, the way we looked Thursday night, if we don't get our front line fixed in the defense and we can't stop him, it's going to be a long day. Yep. And as my first home game in Vegas, I don't want us to lose. So I think this is a game that we can win and kind of win easily. But, I think what happens here with us, though, is we still have a lot of players in the mix that were here for a while, that have been in-house. Miami's got a lot of newness to them. They lost a lot of guys. All your wide receivers are pretty much gone. I think Giuseppe, the tight end, is still there. I think he's the only one that might still be left along with A-Chain. Waddle's gone. It's going to be interesting to see how Miami is.
I really think Miami is in tank mode to begin with. They were one of those teams because they parted ways with a lot of people.
Oh, they need a quarterback.
Not just their coach, but they, Waddle. They traded Waddle for draft picks. You could just see it in the preseason.
The GM stepped down and everything. Yeah. The team's it's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah. And they've already done it. They've already did the tanking thing once when they got Tua. That came out.
Yeah, how'd that work?
All that Brian Flores stuff.
Yeah, not that good. Panda's got a question. How many quarters do you think Nando will play next week, and do you think he'll start the game?
It depends on how that practice goes.
Yeah, but I also think it's still going to be Kirk Cousins, possibly. Maybe the same thing comes out for the first series. Because the coaches can't be really pissed with how the first team offense looked. Let's put them out there against, hopefully, the ones from Houston and that defense, because that defense is nasty. It's no joke. That defense was one of the best in the league last year, and they got even better, I think. Mm-hmm. So I say let them go out there for for the first series with Kirk Cousins, the full number ones across the board. Get Brock Bowers involved in this game now. Don't just have him come out for a play or two, be kind of a decoy and then bench him, sit him down the rest of the day. No. Get him involved because you want to see a little bit more of the first team offense be revealed. Like open up the playbook a little bit more. You're going to have to against a team that's talented like this defense. You can't go – if you go in with a vanilla playing against these guys like we did Thursday night, we're going to get smoked. That defense will eat us alive.
Yeah, I think the outcome of that practice is going to dictate who plays in the game. Like I said earlier, I think if they play like dog shit in the practice, then don't be surprised if those guys they get left out there to play. Then it's
805, Jason says Butler's no good. Just to let you know.
Yeah. I'm glad you could speak for me. I could speak for myself.
I just speak for you all the time when someone calls in. So, yeah, I can.
Yeah. I think we're going to trade Butler and Meredith to St. Louis Battlehawks for a kicker.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
iPanda says, I want to see Nando with the first team for a couple of drives. Now, I know there was a report that came out that after Thursday night's game that Kubiak said that they need to figure out a way to get all three quarterbacks practice with the ones, all three of them.
And some
rivalries. They need to figure out how they're going to be able to do that and still be prepared for Thursday night.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, if AOC performs well in that practice? Does he really need get him some 1 reps in the practice? Right? Give him a couple series in the practice and see how he does there. You know,
I mean,
8 to 10 plays. See what he does there, and then that'll tell you. It's like, okay, we probably need to give him a little bit more run in the game, and then if they're dog snot in that practice, then like I said, Kubiak is just going to go. Now we are playing you guys until I'm satisfied, at least till halftime. If not, you guys are going to come out after halftime and play some. 805, just be cognizant the source of who's saying it.
Just a reliable source.
It includes me. I wouldn't trade Butler for a kicker. I would for a dried bologna sandwich, though. I'm kind of hungry right now.
Can we trade Mendoza still? Back-to-back plays for each.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that kick. That still blows my mind how bad that kick was.
That was.
Hey, what time do you get in on Friday night in Vegas?
I think our flight is at 2:35. It's our flight, so probably about 4:30ish, maybe 5. I'll say 5 because we're flying Allegiant, and I'll trade Mendoza for Ty Simpson. Whatever.
Oh hell yeah! Or a non-injured Beck, I'd take him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sure you guys would. I'm sure you would.
Anybody else we want to trade while we're thinking of it? I mean, I'm sure JD has some shrimp. What the fuck?
Man, I ain't made shrimp tacos in forever.
Where the hell is that coming from out of nowhere from Jack?
Oh, Jack, every time he calls me, I'm cooking. I'm doing some type of cooking. What are you doing, JD? What's going on? What are you doing? I'm cooking. What are you cooking? Shrimp tacos. One time he called me when they were going to Bakersfield. I was cooking. And so I told him the next year, I said, hey, on your guys' way down, you're going to go down 99 to Bakersfield. Just swing by. I mean, I'm only 5 minutes off the freeway. Just come by. I'll cook you guys make you guys some tri-tip sandwiches, some to-go bags, so you guys don't have to stop and eat fast food or anything. It's just like my tri-tip sandwiches, man, they're pretty good. They're pretty dang good. But ever since I've been on this diet for the last month, all I do is cook chicken and lean steak now. Lots of vegetables.
So, you know what? While we're at it, let's just look at the games that were played today. So, the Panthers lost to the Bills in Buffalo, 29-14. Josh Allen has 6 for 8, 111 yards and a TD. Bears beat the Browns in Chicago 34-10. Giants and Vikings. Vikings won 13-10. Rams beat the Chiefs in KC 20-12. Ty Simpson was 21 for 25, 190 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Did you watch the game?
I didn't even watch it. I forgot the games were even on today. We were with the family all day today. Jaguars beat the Saints 24-20. Zach Wilson for New Orleans, 11 for 16, 145 yards and a TD.
I asked 805. Did 805 watch the game today?
Ravens beat the Eagles 24-7. Surratt, wide receiver from Baltimore, 6 for 66 on receiving, no touchdown. Cowboys beat the Seahawks 17-7. No big names there. So it's nice to see the Chiefs lost, though, even though it's preseason. I wanted to watch the Buffalo game because I wanted to see the stadium, but you watched the entire. How did Tyson? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and see how Ty Simpson looked today. Did he look good?
He looked. Well, yeah, it wasn't bad.
Dan Orlovsky won't look so dumb now.
Yeah. Yeah, refer to my short on Dan Orlovsky.
Don't look so dumb now.
Go to my channel, find that short.
Which one?
The one I posted of Dan Orlovsky. Guy's an idiot.
Why?
Up
Because
to and including the point that I finally just had to say it in the short, and I hope it spreads out. Hopefully somebody gives it to him. I don't care. I kick his ass 3 ways to Sunday, anyways. His take on earlier in the week was so bad that when he started making observations, I finally had to go, stop. You never even watched him, dude. You never even watched him. Why? That is the stupidest thing. He never called plays in the huddle in college. The fuck you talking about? He never called plays in the huddle. Are you serious? And then in my short, I finally said, I got a suggestion for you. Do me a favor. Call the Detroit Lions and tell them you'll give them their money back. Because you fucking ripped them off. You literally ripped them off. Hey, 805, dance on the Ty Simpson thing all you want. I'm not gonna say he looked extravagant, but he looked good. His second touchdown was nice. The first touchdown was just a dump off to the back in the backfield. The guy ran it in, and they had short fields because they got a bunch of turnovers in a short field too. So, which is preferred. If you do that and your quarterback can capitalize on those short fields and get you points like that and rack that pinball machine, that's a good thing right there.
Yeah, so he was 21 for 25, 190. Average was 7.6, 2 TDs, a rating of 125. Justin Fields for KC, 4 for 4 for 41, a 109 rating for today. Ran the ball 2 times for 9 yards. Ty Simpson had 1 run for -1 yard. Stetson Bennett, wow, 4 for 6, 38 yards. He barely even played them. Yeah, so this was all Ty Simpson.
Played 1 series.
Hey, good for that kid, though. In all honesty, I mean, talking about a kid that comes in with no pressure. Seriously, no pressure on the kid. He knows he's not going to be the starter. He comes out there and he just showcases what he can do, and if that's how he is during the season, then guess what? They got a heck of a backup if Stafford goes down. I keep saying Bradford. If Stafford goes down, they got a heck of a backup there.
Yeah, but Ty Simpson got lucky today. He got lucky.
Doesn't matter. He's still a rookie.
No,
but
stop.
You're not expect. Listen, he's a first round pick, but he's later. Did you expect him to have that game? That's the type of game people want to see Mendoza have in preseason.
I'm not asking you to defend him. Listen to what I'm going to tell you, and I'll tell you. You'll understand why he's lucky.
Don't argue with me.
Okay. The last play of the first half, he rolls back out. He goes to throw the ball. He misses the defensive tackle bearing down on him, and I swear to the holy heaven, I thought his arm was going to come out of socket. How he got hit.
Who, Ty's?
Yeah. That's why I say he's lucky. You automatically jump to the conclusions and want to defend stupidity. That's what you're doing. I like the kid. I think he's really good. Yeah. I think he's really good. He just needs a lot. He's got a lot of growing to do. He's behind the curveball with the minimal amount of times that he played in college. So he needs as much time as he can get. So if anybody needs preseason reps, he does. He needs as much as he can get because he knows those game time experiences.
Sounds like Anthony Richardson.
I heard he played pretty good today.
Richardson? That was yesterday, wasn't it?
Or yesterday, whenever
it was. Yesterday. I heard he sucked. I thought it was a bad report on him. Hold on. He was playing. He played last night. You're right. He played while I was on last night.
Yeah.
But they're still not getting any bites on the trade out. Yeah, he was 11 for 14, 145 yards and a touchdown for Anthony Richardson. Oh, shit. Tommy DeVito's in New England? I didn't know that. Tommy DeVito, 13 for 22, 138 yards and a TD. He was sacked twice. Sacked once.
Drew Aller played real well.
Yes, I heard that.
Clay Kubnik today he started off okay, and then it kind of struggled a little bit as the game went on. But it's to be expected. I'm really, in all honesty, with all the rookie quarterbacks so far, they've all done fairly well.
Yeah, Drew Aller. Yeah, he did have good numbers too. Where is he? 10 for 13, 153 yards, 2 TDs. Wow, damn, he's got a 154 passer rating from that game. Let's see. Even Mason Rudolph wasn't that bad. 10 for 11, 93 yards. He got sacked twice, but... I mean, got a lot of quarterbacks played, too. Holy crap, man. There's a lot of quarterbacks played in some of these games. Like this... Green Bay, 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 4 different quarterbacks out there.
Yeah.
They had Kyle McCord, Tyrod Taylor, Jordan Love, and Kayron Drones. Oh, who is that? What is he? Oh, he's a wide receiver. He's a quarterback from Virginia Tech. He's only out there for one play, it looks like. But... let's see. What did Jack say? Betch will be great for us. Steve Smith, go look in the mirror before you call Jack Betch a bust. That fella. Kenny Clark, please let Steve Smith know that. What's up, Kenny Clark? What's going on, brother?
Nah. I think there's a role for Jack Betch, and I think if he masters that portion of it, I think he can be a benefit to us. I really do. And we saw it, like I said earlier, we saw it last year that it was like when the ball went to him, he caught it. You know, and he got first down. There for a while, I think every catch that he had was for a first down. And then he had the one game where he actually had 60 yards receiving, which was his biggest production of the whole season. I think he only had like 250 yards for the whole season. But there was a one game, and it was right after Geno got hurt, so Geno wasn't the quarterback. I think it was Pickett or somebody else, AOC maybe, that was quarterback, and they were actually throwing him the ball. So,
805, if you're still in the chat, I know you guys are going to be on tomorrow night. You guys aren't doing film breakdown tomorrow night, right? You're doing it Wednesday night? Because I doubt he had enough. Well, I doubt he had enough time. Raiders have so many short yardage guys. Raiders need more deep threats. No, I mean, we've said that too. Well, I mean, you do have Tucker that can stretch the field, but it's just a matter of...
he can get deep.
Yeah. I think Naylor can too, though. Naylor's got some speed.
Brock can cut the middle of the field pretty deep too.
Brock's more lethal after he catches it. That's
he is. He is. He's like 3 times fast. It's like he's way faster once he gets the ball. It's funny.
And you know what? And that's the other thing. And I'm just glad he didn't get hurt on that. They had him out there on the return team. Did you? Oh, what happened? Jason just disappeared. They had Benson out there on the return team, and when he got hit, oh my God. All right, so you're doing the film tomorrow night. All right, cool. So I definitely, because there's some things I want to see that you don't pick up fast enough when you're watching the game live. I want to see you guys break down that run by Washington. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. That and how Genty handled hitting the holes. That's what I'm looking for.
And that was one of the things that Genty, when they interviewed Genty on the sideline too, they were asking him about last year, and he said there were some things that he needed to clean up as well on his end that was causing him to get hit in the backfield. So he worked on a little bit of that, and that's probably his forward thrust movement, his initial thrust movement. And
I think it's his vision too.
And his yeah. And it was eating too many Sour Patches.
Yeah, they did
cut out the Sour Patches.
He's changed what he eats now too. He's eating more clean, was his words, I believe he used.
Yeah, a lot cleaner, and he does look a lot. it does look a lot better.
Yeah.
Physically. He was already pretty chiseled, but it's way different now. I have a lot of hope for the kid. I really do. And I like him, and I think he could be a good running back. How good is he going to be? We'll find out. It's up to him. He was given the opportunity as a number 6 pick. It's up to him.
Yeah.
So.
You about ready to get out of here? Been at the 2-hour mark.
I just got started. I just got here. You just saw me come on stage.
Okay.
You don't want to run a 5-hour, 8-hour one?
Hell no. I'm done with those shows, man.
Are you?
Those were great.
Yeah.
Definitely get the carriers. All right, good. I want to see that stuff. I should be home by then.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to have some good breakdown of the left guard, too. What was transpiring on the left side of the offensive line.
And I want to see them break down obviously the whole offensive line itself, but I want to key in and see what he talks about with JPJ. Mm-hmm. So, and how he was out there with the ones versus when he was out there with the second string offense when they kept him out there for a while. But yeah, tomorrow I've got the our TBH New England chapter barbecue tomorrow. So I don't know what time I'm going to get home tomorrow, but I'm going to be gone all day. It's a pool party. It's one of my executive directors on the executive board for the chapter. It's at their house. She's got a big in-ground swimming pool, so I'll be in the pool most of the day tomorrow, chilling. So it'll be a good day.
Yeah, it cooled down quite a bit here. I haven't been in the pool the last couple of days. Cooled down.
Oh, Ricky Bears, I'm sure they'll cover that. I guarantee 805, and then we're going to bring that up. The hospital ball, Mando through to Mike Washington. Yeah. I can't imagine he's going to omit that one.
Nope.
Look, I know I said this the other day too. I'm glad we came out of this game with no major injuries, but then I heard something today about the linebacker there, Johnson. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I didn't look into it. I was more worried about Malik Benson when he was on the return, and he got helicoptered, man. He got fucking, oh my God. I thought for sure he broke something. He just got upended, man. That's a leg break of that type of tackle like that. That's not even a tackle. That's just a go for the leg shot and hope he falls type of thing. It's fucking gonna broke his legs. God.
Yeah.
I literally LOL'd at the bar. Yeah, I'm ready to go. You ready, Jason?
Yep. I got, just for the folks that are in here, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please hit those thumbs up on our show tonight on both channels. Helps us out. I got to get my algos going a little bit better. And then tomorrow night, we'll be doing a show with the professor on Show Me the Shield, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on my channel and on Duncan's channel. We'll kind of talk about the same things. We're supposed to have a special guest on tomorrow, but I think we're going to put that off another week. Heavy hitter in the content world, guy that runs our Discord. He was one of our callers last week, and have him come on and pick his brain, so to speak.
Nice.
I don't know if you've had a chance to watch his show. He does a really good job. I mean, you got
it. Yeah.
If you've got like 3 or 4 title sponsors at your show with over 17,000 subscribers and whatnot, you're doing something right. So
yeah, definitely. I won't be back on until Tuesday night with the Most Notorious, along with Leo, Nate, and Will. The 4 of us will be on. Wednesday night, I'm going to be special guest host again with Savage on the cage match. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys get over to the cage match on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification. Thursday, Nate and I should be back. I'm not sure. I don't know what his plans are. I know last week he was at the game. That's why we didn't do a coast to coast. I just went live solo, just talking it up with the chat, watching the game, kind of doing play by play, not really, but just kind of basically just reacting to what was going on. And if you guys, anybody that wants film breakdown on the game tomorrow that was played Thursday night, make sure you go to 805 Real Talk Raider, Severe on YouTube, 805, and Protect the Shield from Chris. They'll do the game film breakdown from Thursday night's game, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as he says. So, what's up, Black? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, Jack. We appreciate you guys being in here. So, on that note, I think we're gonna call it a night. Phone line's already been shut down. So, you got anything else you want to add, Jason?
Nope, just Sunday show, and then we'll be back at it next week. A couple more weeks together on a Saturday night, and there's going to be a little lull.
Yeah.
I know when we're both in the Miami game, we won't have a show that week, but you'll have one the week before with a substitute or whoever you might decide to replace me with. And then...
so that's what, the 6th? No.
The 5th, I think.
The 5th. So next week's the 22nd, so we're good there. The 29th, we're good?
Yep.
So we got the next, so 2 Saturdays, and then the 5th.
5th, right. I'll be in Southern California.
Okay.
So, be down in Orange.
It depends. I mean, because our last preseason game.
It's the 25th or 26th, I think. Something like that.
27th. It's a
27th.
Thursday.
Yep.
Right? Or we play. Either way, so we could actually, after the 29th, take a break. After
yeah,
that.
because there's going to be no football for 16. Well, there'll be practices and little stuff here and there, but nothing for like 16 days. So.
All right.
And then,
so. Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yep. And then we'll both be in Miami for the week 1. So.
Well, we'll be in Vegas, not Miami, but yeah.
Or yeah, that's right. We'll be in Vegas. I'm getting tired myself.
If you go to Miami and I'm in Vegas, we ain't gonna hook up because you're gonna be too far away.
Yeah. No, I'll be in Vegas.
All right. So for the next 2 Saturdays, we'll be on. So we'll be on the 22nd and the 29th doing this show. So the 5th we'll take off. You're going to be unavailable anyway. You got your daughter's wedding. I'm going to take that off because I got to start really concentrating on getting ready for my flight on the 9th. I do have a show Tuesday night. Yeah, I'll have the Most Notorious. It'll be the last show for a couple of weeks for me. I got a lot going on that night, the 8th. I got a fantasy football draft. I got that. I got a couple of things going on, too. Yeah, man. Hi, Sue. Yeah, so anybody that's going to be in Vegas for week 1, hit me up, whether it's on Instagram. If you got my real name on Facebook, I'm on Facebook. Instagram, YouTube, send me a message. I'm on X, whatever. Yeah, Jason and I will both be out there week 1, so we'll definitely, him and I will get together on Saturday while we're out there. It's pretty much going to be the first time, so.
No.
Shout out to Damon again with the, sent the 5 jewels with the treat, and another happy poop given out tonight with the 10 jewels. Thank you, brother. You're welcome, man. Yeah, this was fun. Feels good to get back to game film so I can get yelled at by the chat all over again. Oh, that's happening. So, but until the next time we're both on, Jason will be on tomorrow night. So again, if you haven't subbed already, make sure you get over to Raiders First Downs. That's Jason's channel.
Please,
YouTube.
I'm begging you, sub.
Yes, we got to get his numbers up. Watch time and subs.
Yeah, my percentages are really good. It's just the total volume is low.
Yeah,
but that's okay. That's not why I do it. I mean, I'd like to get monetized. That would help pay for some of this stuff that we're doing, especially the investment that I'm going to make here probably in the next week or 2 to help out our show here. Yeah. And see how that goes. And I still got to do some consultation with an IT guy specifically as to, then hopefully it's not a StreamYard issue to where we're going to have problems with StreamYard.
I think it might be because it's web-based. It's not a standalone app or program.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the problem.
Or the other option may be, might have to seriously start looking into OBS.
Or I can just go ahead and get Ecamm on my end, and you just pipe in as a guest, because I know Ecamm specifically, everything that I bought, all my software that I bought, fits right into it, and it's supposed to work flawlessly on that end. So the biggest thing is like tonight, trying to use a separate web browser to pipe in the phone call. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
StreamYard's just not going to recognize it. So,
I mean, the other way too is, I don't know. We'll work on it.
Yeah, I'll get the splitter and we'll go from there.
Is if we when we do the phone calls, Jason and I can both hear the phone call, but the caller can only hear me, but can't hear Jason. It's because it's just the way everything moves, because it's a web-based program. It's a StreamYard thing. If this was an app, or not an app, but if this was an actual program that was downloaded into the computer and it wasn't web-based, it would be so much easier, and there's tons of workarounds for it. We just can't find the right one that works to allow us to do it on StreamYard.
Yeah, BDQ, you can call me here in about 10 minutes and I'll explain to you, but I'm on iMac, so I got to try and translate it to Microsoft.
I'm on a Windows-based computer, and he's on that. Yeah. So, Sue, I'm in Rhode Island. I'm over in the East Coast. So,
in Rhode Island, where they park the car.
Yeah. Jason, you got your channel up? Throw the link up. Never mind, I got it. Hang on, I got the link right here.
I used to have it in a banner.
There it is.
It's easier in the comments. That
way, so it's basically just if you put in at Raiders First Downs, DOWNS, that's his channel.
Yeah.
He said okay to the phone call.
Yeah. Righty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Raider Nation Tribunal for tonight. Verdicts have been rendered, and apparently Navman's the only one found guilty. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Raiders First Downs and 401 Raider Jeff, court is adjourned. Good night.
Stay safe, go Raiders.
Yeah.
Raider Nation, that's going to do it for tonight. We appreciate everyone who called in, everyone listening, and everyone who brought the heat. This isn't just our show. This is your platform, your takes, your voice. If you didn't get through tonight, don't worry. The phone lines will be open again next time. Until then, keep representing the silver and black wherever you are, for everyone here. Thanks for tuning in, Raider Nation. Please, have a take and don't suck. We'll see you next time. This is Raider Nation Voices.